The Russian Central Election Commission registered the current president of the Federation, Putin, as a candidate for the so-called presidential elections in March 2024 as a self-nominated candidate. On the same day, Putin's press secretary Peskov said that the dictator would not participate in pre-election debates. On February the 13th, the Kremlin came up with an excuse. The population, they say, already hears Putin's statements too often.
Russians have the opportunity to see Putin's statements on all aspects of Russian life virtually on a daily basis. Dmitry Peskov, press secretary of the President of Russia.
Putin is running for the post of President of Russia for the 5th time. However, during his 24 years in power, he never participated in debates during election campaigns. He avoided them under various pretexts. In 2000, he called the debate an unconscionable act. In 2004, a meaningless game. And in 2008, a division within the country. Since 2012, Peskov began voicing excuses. Then he said that Putin supposedly needed to take a leave of absence to participate in the debate. In 2017, he said that the competitor with whom Putin could debate had not yet matured.
The tradition of Russian politics is such that it is improper for the Tsar to communicate with the plebeians, and therefore United Russia as a rule did not participate in the debates. For the most part, governors who are elected in the regions also follow this principle. There is always a main candidate in the traditions of Russian electoral process who avoids clashes with other election participants.
Participation in the debate would be an information failure for Putin, analysts say, and the Kremlin is aware of this because the dictator simply would not be able to cope with polemics with his opponent. In addition, he is trying to distance himself from other candidates in order to show his superiority.
If he communicates with the real opponent, then there is a risk. This is not a programmed speech, this is a public political action, and no one knows how it will end. And debates with pocket candidates. Here it turns out that you are raising them to your level, and this is also somehow strange. This is, no matter how you look at it, Putin cannot agree to a debate.
If Putin usually does not want to communicate with so-called competitors, he finds time for meetings with the electorate, including vulnerable categories of the population.
These are the activities within the framework of the electoral program, so that everyone is convinced that he is really the father of nations. You see, he constantly has meetings now with students, with the military, then of course with minors, with widows. Oh, he's already had them with widows. He will always sit alone at some distance on a chair, speak in a quiet voice. Everyone will listen to him and say, "God, what a smart grandfather! Of course, there's nowhere without him, and there is no alternative."
In addition to Putin, Vladislav Davankov, a member of the New People Party, Leonid Slutsky from the Liberal Democratic Party, and Nikolai Kharitonov, a member of the Communist Party of the Russian Federation, are vying for the post of president of the aggressor country in 2024. All of them will exchange opinions on 5 Russian federal state channels and 3 radio stations from February the 19th. Pseudo-elections for the president of Russia will be held on March the 17th, 2024. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Valeria Nekipelova, UATV News.